First of all, I would like to greet to Your Excellency and greetings to judges, teachers, students, and all attendees. My name is Somjan Narayan, and I come from class FY15 of International University, and I'm currently majoring in medicine. Before I move on to my speech, I would like to ask the audience and the judges a question. So have you ever felt a sharp pain in your chest, and it continues to hurt even more when you do other activities? No? Some people say yes. Well, of course, some of us speculate that it's from our lungs because it hurts when we breathe. Some of us speculate that it's from our stomach because it hurts when we move. But surprisingly, it also affiliates with the heart as well. Because you see, not giving enough attention to the conditions of your heart can be very critical and very risky for your health. Now, according to the NHI, about 12% of people who have heart attacks will die from it. About 700,000 people in the US die every single year from heart diseases, and about 300,000 to 450,000 US citizens die from cardiac arrest. So for my speech this morning, I will be explaining more about the topic of cardiac arrest. To furthermore understand about my topic, I have divided my speech into 4 main points. Firstly, we will learn about what the heart is. Secondly, the difference between fainting and cardiac arrest. Thirdly, what we can do to avoid the occurrence of cardiac arrest. And finally, I will be giving a demonstration on how we can apply CPR correctly on a cardiac arrest victim. Now, first and foremost, the heart is a singular organ inside of the human body. It works by pumping and circulating blood in our entire system to complete the exportation and transportations of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and other internal supplements. Now, this is a crucial role of the heart because it allows our body to proceed in those external and internal activities such as digestions, respirations, blood circulation, and etc. Although, what is the difference between fainting and cardiac arrest? Now, from a visual perspective, we see that these two conditions cause the victims to collapse. But just like I mentioned in my first speech, fainting is defined as a loss of consciousness, usually for a short period of time and due to physical exhaustions. But cardiac arrest, basically the victim's entire system shuts down, meaning that the victim will stop breathing and their heart will stop beating. And even though we know that fainting can cause physical harm over time on the victims, but cardiac arrest, on the other hand, can cause death if the victim does not receive immediate medical attention. So what are the ways that we can do to help avoid these type of occurrences? Now, we know that cardiac arrest originates from heart attacks, and heart attacks originates from heart diseases. So recommendations from doctors to patients is to have a healthy lifestyle. Of course, having a stable diet and keeping your body physically active, allowing your body to sweat and metabolize all of those internal toxins can be very healthy for your body. But the most crucial recommendation is to avoid drugs and alcohol. Because again, like I mentioned in my first speech, drugs and alcohol can cause an atherosclerotic plaque inside of our blood vessels, therefore leading to the shrinking of our arteries and our veins, of course damaging our heart and causing cardiac arrest to occur on the victim's body. Now, moving to my last, I will be giving a short demonstration on how we can apply CPR correctly on a cardiac arrest victim. Of course, I will be demonstrating with a volunteer. Can you please lay down on the center of the stage so all of us can see? So, to be able to differentiate fainting from cardiac arrest is to check for the victim's respirations and their vitals. So firstly, you have to get down on your knees and of course, check near the nasal and the oral cavity of the victim. Now of course, if you do not hear any breathing, you still have one more chance, is to check around the central chest of the victim. If you do not see any movement or even a small uprising in their chest, This means that the victim is not breathing and their heart is not beating, and you should immediately start performing CPR on the victim. Now you may be wondering, of course, cardiac arrest can happen to people of all age. It can happen to an adult, a child, or even an infant. So for my demonstration, I will provide you with 3 techniques. Now for an adult, you must use 2 hands. Of course, placing one hand on top of the other while the upper hand covers the back of the lower hand. Place both of your hands on the central chest of the victims. Now following up with 30, you'll know a child's rib cage can be more fragile than an adult's. So we should not apply full force through our palm. Instead, use these pressure through our fingers. And of course, after every 30 chest compressions, following up with 2 rescue breaths. Now if it's an infant, use 2 fingers, placing it on the central chest of the infant's chest, and then do 30 chest compressions. Again, opening their airways by tilting their head up out of the 90-degree angle so that you allow their airways to be opened. Thank you to our volunteer. Please give him a round of applause. So before I wrap up my speech, I would like to thank the judges for giving me these opportunities to use this platform in this competition to share my medical knowledge to everyone here in this hall. And even though sadly this is the last time in the competition, I still feel very honored that you have given me these chances to share my passion to everyone here. Because whether you're medically or non-medically trained, I believe that all of us should have the knowledge to provide help to everyone who are in need. And finally, I thank you for your attention, and my speech has come to an end. Thank you.